You know one of the great tragedies of the modern democracy, George? Protest groups only ever form to stop things. I mean, where's the protest group that says, give us change, give us a better world?
Only ever negative.
Only ever negative.
Morgan Bartok would like to have lunch with you.
What do you think, he's the right developer?
Well, he's one of the few that's big enough to handle it, and I trust him.
I really don't want the Mayor to see this fax.
Why'd you send it then?
I might have used slightly strong language and...
I've got a Mr Mike Lemoyne here.
I told you not to ring anyone.
He brought in.
You've got it, haven't you?
I can't give it back, though.
Why not?
It's in the system.
You give it to
You can't get it once it's in the system.
Look, let me assure you, Karen, nothing will happen to childcare that is not of benefit to the parents, the council and the staff.
And the children.
Yeah, of course.
You meant to say that.
You're right, I did.
You'll get rid of that, won't you?
Of course I will. An impressively low price.
Liz, aren't you worrying a bit too early? We haven't decided to privatise childcare yet. All we're doing is calling for expressions of interest. I can't believe you're doing this. She gives me the creeps. I don't like her either, but I have to make a rational decision, not an emotional one.
Those in favour?
You know what really disappoints me is I thought I could talk to you and I thought you would listen. I didn't realise you were just another dumb councillor who, the day they're elected, becomes an instant expert on everything.
All right, Harry, what is it? I'm flat out today. What's the crisis?
Appreciate that,
You said
Conrad,
something
but
about an ultimatum.
members have asked me, wouldn't cost a lot, just start the join up a
Oh,
bit.
Harry, not that again. You tell me, how can we justify any sort of council subsidy to this club?
Recreation facility for the working man.
Working man, Harry, if the working man actually came here, you wouldn't need a subsidy.
There was a time when
Maybe
we
you
could
gotta
have counted
face
on
it.
solidarity
Maybe you gotta face
for
it. Maybe Bowles is on the way out.
Oh, really? See about... Oh, on the
Gotta
way. Oh, wasting your precious time.
Again. Yeah. Bye,
Right.
Ken.
Gave it one last. No one can say no bloody choice now.
You mean we're going to talk to them other blokes from the business club?
Have to, Ken, my son. Sharks, class enemies. No alternative.
You reckon?
And show bloody Dunkley he's not the only. Enjoy that, I will.
The handover of childcare to the private operator needs some kind of appropriate public statement, something that says, you know, with a certain amount of pride in our achievement, we're doing the right thing here. You know, we believe in it.
Even if not all of us do.
And that we're doing it in the interests of all the citizens of Arcadia Waters. You know, something simple, something punchy, something like same standard of care or better at lower unit cost.
How can we say that?
Because it's true. I know it's true, and you know it's true.
Can I say what an insult to Liz or this cheaper, better stuff is?
Helen, at this stage, what really will that achieve?
OK.
I'm a bit worried that Helen appears to have got the salt.
I do not have the sulks, Greg.
You know, I mean, this press release, you know, it might be a bit of a tough call for her.
What are you saying, Greg?
I'm saying
Dunkley.
that maybe we should use the Barassi-Evans literature.
No, we can't do that, Greg.
No, but it covers
Hector.
everything we want to say.
We
No,
cannot
we're employing
do
them.
that.
You
We
know
cannot-
what the time is, Hector.
We
Don't you
have
worry.
to have an independent statement from council.
I'm leaving now.
PR rubbish.
Sorry, got a tape class. I've got to go. Got to go, folks. Got to go. Got to tape. Yep, students are waiting for me. Look, sorry, mate, but I'm just going to need a bit of a speech for what you all decide that, you know, we're going to do.
If we took a log of his time, you would find that he is spending so much more time at TAFE than he is spending here.
How's the steak, Bondi?
Oh, good. Very good, Gordon. Gordon, I've got two properly constituted clubs. You with me? What I want to know is when, if...
What Harry means...
Don't tell me what. I know what.
Is it going to be a merger?
Ignore him.
Or
He's
a
only
takeover?
treasurer...
Amalgamation, Ken. Let's call it that, A meeting of equals. An opportunity for you blokes and for us too. Sell this building, we move to yours.
Yes, we're going to renovate, refurbish, refit the whole box and dice. Ken, old son, it's going to be beautiful.
All very, a couple of points. Upgrade of greens. We'd have to insist. Existing rules on female associates. Reserve parking for bowling club committee. Upgrade of the greens. Oh, I said that.
Yeah. Now, these are all very good points, aren't they, Gordon? I don't see any problem with them whatsoever. You don't mind if I keep this for future reference?
There is just one more thing, if you don't mind me asking. This new merger, the new club, who's sort of going to be on the board?
You blokes are. And us. Who else?
Well, that's good, real good, because, I mean, if we're going to be on the board as well...
Oh, and by the way, Bondi, you'll be able to take care of the council? Yes?
Council? You're talking to them.
Between us, Harry and I can stitch up all that, eh, Harry?
Oh, true right, Gordon. Not that I'm saying, further deliberation. Comrade! Saw the light. Not on the hill. You, burning the midnight oil.
Right, just passing with you, Harry. All done up, eh? Yeah, all right, come in. Did I get you anything? Or have you had enough? Where you been anyway?
Club. What's all, this?
TAFE, Harry, end of semester.
Oh, yeah, you're busy.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, I really got to get on with it, mate.
All sorted, all done as it comes to pass.
What are you talking about?
Bowling club. Don't worry about it. Fixed, safe.
Right, good, mate, good.
You think you're so Mr. Bloody Realistic. Getting a bit big
Harry,
for you.
Harry, as much as this has been a rich and rewarding experience... I've got
Mr.
a lot of
Numbers.
work to
Well,
do.
two can play the same. Not unblemished, Cole. Shaky. The Labor faction,
Who?
Cole. Oh, don't give me that malarkey. Local independence, then. Go for a spill, huh? Dump a certain smarty, huh? Withdraw endorsement for mayor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
In favour of... you, Harry?
Why not? 48 years, more runs on the board. My turn.
Your turn.
Yeah, my turn. Do a good job, too.
Harry, mate, it's not about turns. It's not like a go on a bike.
You have to support. Fall in behind. Party unity.
Mate, it's about who can get elected.
Oh, and you're saying... Right. You've made yourself real. Good night, Mr. Dunkley. Mr. Mayor. Ha!
Bloody Helen, I still can't find that childcare speech. Janice, have you got any...
You only had to ask.
Good old Helen. George, spoken to Janice, have you?
I only just got here.
Spoken to me about what, George? Declining moral standards, the state of the economy, or could it possibly be a lunch?
Right. Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming. Your council, ladies and gentlemen, keeps pace with the fast-moving modern world, a heartless and callous world in which, in the name of some warped ideology and the mighty dollar, we crush every impulse of community and decency and... sorry about that, I lost my place. A world where we pretend to... where we must balance the hard economic realities against the real needs and welfare of our children. After a rigorous tendering process, the standout offer was, of course, the Barassi Evans Childcare Company, a caring and experienced company which naturally has the full confidence and the endorsement of your council.
Don't you ever do that to me again.
I thought you'd check it
Mate,
first.
I shouldn't have to check it.
Well,
I thought I could rely on you.
It was meant to be a joke.
Yeah, I thought I could trust you to at least...
Yeah, I know, but
It's childish. Lucky I'm quick on my feet.
it's how I feel, Cole.
Give up, Helen. They won, we lost. Next.
Geez, that was nearly a disaster, but I think that went OK, don't you think?
Did it? Can't tell.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be fine. I think Greg's actually right on this one, you know. He's been very thorough. We'll save some money, but we'll still provide the same service. You know, a few people's feelings got bruised along the way, fair enough, but I think it's going to be fine. I really do.
Well, I looked into the terms of the bowling club's lease.
Ah, that. Well, that's not a problem, is it? Well, not a problem for you, George, surely. Very nice drop, that wine, isn't it?
Actually, George, I've got a bit of a special going on that. Cellar door sort of thing. If you like, I can have a case sent round to your place. One a month. For a couple of years, if you like.
I don't like the wine that much.
Well, the park's zoned open space passive recreation, so the bowling club's already a non-conforming use.
All we're talking about is expanding it a bit.
It's expanding it a lot, and I can't recommend that.
Well, what's the problem?
Well, I'm a mere public servant. I just have to follow the rules. Of course, the elected representatives often overturn my recommendations.
Well, what are you saying, George? You want another trip to Hawaii?
No, I think George is telling us something else.
Yeah, but is that such a bad thing, George? Two clubs amalgamate and we get the bowling club off our hands.
Yeah, well, let's be very, very careful that it doesn't turn into another disaster.
Another disaster.
Well, I could mention the court case.
A matter of principle, George.
The festival.
Oh, just because a man dares to dream.
Look, another dream, and the only time you'll open your mouth is to change feet. Look, I'm sorry, Cole, but we can't let any more distractions get in the way of the big project.
No, not to worry, George. I'm not for one moment losing sight of the Cemetery Point development.
Morgan could easily get the impression that you've been sidetracked.
Not at all, George. That screams absolutely tremendous. You know, it's one of the most important things council will do all year. I'm the mayor that's going to see it through. You can tell Morgan, George. Tell him I'm not going to let anything stand in the way.
Yeah, well, Morgan would like to have lunch with you next Wednesday.
Wednesday? No, can't do Wednesday. Sorry, George.
Thursday.
No, in fact, all of next week's bad.
A week after.
Look, just leave it with me, all right? I'll get on to Janice.
Motion's been put.
Should I read it out?
No, only three. We know.
No, it's good that you read it, Ken. Let's be real clear and with the rules about this thing.
Well, motion is that the Arcadia Waters Bowling Club amalgamates with the Arcadia Waters Business Club.
Correct. There being no further
No, we've
discussion.
got to have a seconder. Harry, seconder?
God save us. All right, poorly.
Yeah, well, all right, but...
Beauty, there being no...
Just hold the horses 1 minute. Ken, how many members we got on the books?
About 95, but more than 70 of them are social only.
$5 a year and still they don't come.
Motion put. Seconded?
No wonder we got the bum out of the pants.
Exactly. There being no further...
I don't know, Harry. I mean, you know, we do this. It won't be ours, our thing, our club no more. It's going to be full of these smart guys who think they've got the world by coglioni.
Paulie, a few changes. Got to go with a... If this club goes down the... I mean, what are we gonna...
Where are we going to go? What are we going to do?
Where you go of an evening, eh, pub? Rockin' bloody roll young people. The clothes day. You look at them, slap you across the face. RSL's halfway to whoop whoop.
Well, you could stay home.
With the wife.
Well, you could.
Good, with the wife. Get out! I just hoovered in there. That's the third beer you've had in. And when are you gonna fix the screen door? And so on. No, thank you.
And you hear the theory that smoking in the house kills the goldfish.
Oh, but yeah, but my Kate's not
And
like
the
that,
TV,
mate.
Paulie. Don't forget the bloody TV. Things they want to watch. I mean, sport. No way, Jose.
Well, they want to talk, you know. Nina, oh, basta.
So? No further discussion?
Oh, but look, it means we got to change the Constitution.
So if that's what, let's change it.
Well, no, it's got to be voted in by all members at the annual general meeting.
So? How many last time?
There was us and maybe Stan McCarthy and my cousin Vincenzo. But he was here from Leeton.
Not a worry then, eh, Ken, my son, eh? Ken. Motion carried unanimous.
It's not like you're seeing the place for the first time.
No, but I'm afraid I must insist on a lower rental.
Look, the figure you quoted in your tender...
And a tender is a guesstimate, Liz. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, but these are the premises you tendered on.
They're shabby, they're dingy, and they smell.
Of children. And I'm sure you know perfectly well that we are not in a position to offer any alternative.
Oh, yes, I'm well aware of that.
So far, you've said nothing about staff who naturally are wondering about their
Can
futures.
we get
and
this
you did
rental
say
thing
that you...
sorted out first, please? Otherwise, there is no point in talking about staff.
I'd have to have a detailed look at that, but off the top of my head, her reading of that clause may have something in it, but I doubt it at this stage.
But this is a contract that you approved and negotiated, Greg.
Yes, that's right. That's why I'm not too worried, Liz.
Rental should be subject to final negotiation between the parties.
Show me that.
What you see, Greg, I've just read it to you.
OK, Karen, let's just stay rational.
Patronise me, Greg.
OK. But with all due respect, Karen, this is not really your area.
Any idiot can understand subject to final negotiation, Greg. Where did that come from?
It is a perfectly normal standard clause in these matters, OK? Thank you both for bringing it to my attention. Leave it with me.
Greg's being very cagey over the rent she'll be paying, and meanwhile, Liz can't seem to get a definite answer on future employment for existing staff.
Right. Drink?
No thanks. You have one?
No, I shouldn't. Got an exam to set tonight and I've got a lot of marking to do. Right, childcare. Look, I wonder if this one's got away from Greg a bit. How about I get Mrs Hennessy in here to the office and have a word with her myself?
With your full mayoral authority?
Well, it has been known to have some effect, Karen.
Will you let me know when you've switched it on so I can watch?
No, look, how about I get her in the next week or so?
No, Cole, I think you should do it as soon as possible. The staff at the centre are anxious.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, but I'm flat out trying to get on top of this marking. And before I came in tonight, I was very soundly told off by Hector Abbott, my head of department.
Well, perhaps you should try talking to Mr Abbott with your full mayoral authority.
What, Hector Abbott? Anytime I get in a bit big-headed, quick chat with Hector brings me down to earth quick smart.
Yeah, my son has the same effect on me and my business partners. They all think this is some sort of bizarre hobby.
Yeah, I know people do, and yet I still maintain, Karen, that local government, because it's part-time, is the most directly accessible, effective and democratic level of government we've got.
Sounds like you're due for another chat with Hector.
Sure you don't want a drink?
Maybe just one.
Was there something you wanted, Harry?
As a matter of... wanted to ask Irene, Professor?
I'm not a professor, Harry, yet a lecturer.
No? You are. Just as a matter of... What's the feeling, Cole?
In what way about Cole?
As me, among you people.
At the university, no one has even heard of Cole Dunkley.
No, I meant in the ethnic, sort of multicultural bizarre.
Asian people are very realistic, Harry. They know that Cole is a politician.
Well, that's for sure.
In the Asian community, probably people feel we could do better.
Well, I'll say.
And also much, much worse.
Oh, rightio. And another thing, Irene, then I'll get out of you. You know the bowling club?
Do your students know that you have to get drunk before you can face smoking their work?
I did not say that. I said a few small drinks helps me unwind from one job before
How
I
many
go to
drinks
another.
do you need between the college and here?
Oh,
Glad to see someone's enjoying themselves around here. Good night.
Greg, this rent thing.
Oh, yes. Well, there are two ways we can go about this. One, obviously we could cave in and give Mrs Hennessy a rent reduction, which I don't agree with, although maybe the facilities are a little bit primitive. Or option two, we could renovate.
Renovate?
Yeah, it wouldn't cost much. A few licks of paint, fumigate, a few fittings and fixtures. We can keep the rent up. You see, Karen, no need for anyone to get their knickers in a twist. Let's council property, Col. It'll be an investment.
Greg, we haven't got the money, have we? As you keep reminding us in finance meetings.
Look, I'll get a quote. I'll get a couple of quotes. And you leave it with me, Col. Good evening, Karen. Enjoy your evening.
It's a bit of an eyesore, but think of what we want to do with it. Can do with it.
Gordon, how long have you and Justin and God knows who else had this idea?
It's been kicking around. You've got a lot on.
I don't appreciate being left out of the loop.
We wanted to get a few things nailed down before we asked for your support.
But I still don't know why you want to move from where you are.
Check the outlook down there, Biddy. Plenty of parking. You realise this is the most valuable piece of real estate council owns.
Well, it's not exactly real estate, it's a park.
Today it is.
Yeah, all right. Look, at the moment the bowling club's on a sort of a peppercorn rent arrangement, and I don't think we can do that with you guys. Not for a highly profitable commercial enterprise like you say. This new club.
How much, Cole?
Well, I think the council would be looking for a percentage of turnover, Justin. Say 20%.
Oh, Cole, steady on. There's got to be a cap on this.
12.
18.
15 of net.
Of net, of course. Okay, 15% of net.
Okay. What else?
Yeah, look, every year we have a lot of trouble trying to find a suitable venue for our senior citizens party on Christmas Eve.
You're kidding.
Now, it occurs to me in your newly merged and renovated premises, there'd be some really nice rooms where we could put on a real show for them.
And Christmas is our busiest time of year.
You know, good.
Now,
That's
what
what
about
that's why we have a problem.
mid-January?
No, Christmas Eve or nothing.
Christmas Eve is just not realistic, not for a commercial club.
Yeah, yet it is realistic for a commercial club to put a lot of money into your election funds, Gordon, and biddies as well.
There's no law that says...
Oh, no. It's just that, you say you're non-political. You never put any money in my election fund.
Yeah, well, we'll agree to the pensioners' party there, Cole.
On Christmas Eve.
As long as it's the afternoon.
Yeah, as long as it's a good spread. All right, good food, good party, good entertainment.
Okay, done.
Gordon, I think, was about to offer me some money for my election funds.
We'll do the Christmas party.
Every year for 15 years, being the lease.
Salad, no meat or cheese. You sure they do good fisherman's basket, yeah?
No, look, Harry, I don't know anything about bowling. Yeah, except those rather unflattering white clothes.
Again, Fran, meditative.
But I think from what you've said, it's entirely a matter for the members of your club.
Oh, the members too, right?
Yeah, all over the world, ancient traditions and institutions are dying. It's not always a bad thing, I must say. Like royalty and foot binding and circumcision.
What? Yeah, but bowls.
Oh, that's probably different.
Ah, Fran, you're a trooper. So, in council,
Yeah,
put your hand up.
I think so. Gosh, I know people think I bloody mind it.
Yeah, no. Good. Right, yeah. About Cole.
What about him?
As mayor.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that.
No, seriously.
No, because just last week Cole said to me, Fran, he said, you know the way he does. He said, Fran, do you think I should think about not being mayor?
And?
I said, well, maybe you should, Cole.
You did?
Well, I think that's what I said, yeah.
No, time somebody. Somebody should. Fran, I might have misjudged.
Oh.
We're at the window of a luxury hotel. The full moon is reflected on the ocean. The waves are pounding on the shore. You're wearing that dress with all the buttons down the front. Slowly, very slowly.
And your mobile's off?
It's not even there. The door is locked. There's just you and me and the night. I undo the buttons of that dress, one by one. Then I take off all your clothes, one by one. Oh, and there's music. Neil Diamond, classical.
Neil Diamond?
Or classical.
You're into Neil Diamond, Greg?
We're at the window of a luxury hotel.
Where are we, by the way?
At a local government conference in Coffs Harbour.
Coffs Harbour.
It's very pretty.
And what am I doing all day while you're at your local government conference?
Swimming?
I don't think so, Greg.
But didn't we always say if a problem came up, we'd go away somewhere?
Is there a problem?
Well, yeah, this rent thing.
Well, we don't need to go anywhere to deal with that. We can deal with that right here.
Well, actually, we're thinking of renovating the childcare centre, which would mean raising the rent.
You do that, Greg. And I'll walk.
So, walk.
And how much are you prepared to spend to get out of the contract?
15% of net turnover.
So this proposal will have bipartisan support in council?
I'd say so, yeah.
Well, as planning officer, I need to remind you of the terms of the bowling club lease, which states that the bowling club shall be used as a bowling club and nothing else.
Well, we'll change the lease, George, which is going to be so much easier to do with bipartisan support. I can't quite believe I'm hearing you say this.
Well, yes.
Oh, no, mate, this is progress. This is development.
Yeah, but there's silly little pissy development and there's the Cemetery Point development. Are you sure this isn't potentially some big mistake? No. For instance, how do you think the locals will feel if the zoning for their park has changed?
The club there now, it's be a different sort of club.
Cole, George, did you tell him?
Tell him what?
The quote on renovating the childcare centre?
Oh, that. You can't be serious about that, Cole.
347,000.
What? What's that for? Gold leaf on the roof?
Well, a new roof for a start. It turns out it needs a lot of work and it can't just be cosmetic. Look, it's got new flooring, rewiring, new plumbing, entire replaster, repaint, interior, exterior repaint.
Sell it, Cole, dump it. Millstone around our necks. Get rid of it.
Hey, slow down, Greg. Where do we put childcare?
On a bloody 10 on the front lawn for all I care.
Excuse me, George. Greg, would I be right in thinking we're stuck with giving Marilyn Hennessy a rent reduction?
Yep, just going to have to wear it.
What happened? Greg, man to man and strictly between us.
Yeah, what?
It'd be unfortunate if anything personal got in the way of your negotiations.
I don't let personal get in the way of anything.
Marilyn Hennessy is a very attractive woman.
Not that attractive, meaning what? Come on.
Woman you were talking in the park with today.
When was this?
Hey, wasn't she in your office a week before you even thought about calling for expressions of interest?
Is this a royal commission? It's a small rent adjustment. It's nothing for anyone to get excited about.
Tell you what, mate, hey, I hope the fringe benefits were worth it.
No comment, OK? Look, whatever happened, I'm not saying anything did. In fact, nothing happened, OK? Nothing.
Sure, Greg, sure.
Look, I still think I did basically a good job for council and that there is nothing basically wrong with that contract.
Except now we've found a hole that Marilyn Hennessy's driving a truck through.
It's all under control.
We don't know about employment for our staff yet, Greg. Right, I relied on you, I trusted you. Right, you've done a bad deal, and our council's stuck with it. If it falls apart, mate, I'm stuck with it. What I'm saying is, the next thing, whatever it is, don't screw up.
Leave it with me.
Lovely day.
Yes, Harry.
So,
not today.
The bowling club is very important that when it comes into council, which way? Have you had time to...
I couldn't care less what you do with your bowling club.
No? Good, right. OK, second point.
And last one.
Cole, have you thought about...
Yes, often.
And what did you...
Cole Dunkley can put his shoes under my bed anytime he wants to.
Yeah, but hang on, there's me.
In his mayoral robes or out, any time of the night or day. And you can tell him I said that, Harry.
I mean, nothing's absolutely fixed as yet, but we just wanted to keep you in the loop.
Excuse me, Cole. Could Karen have a quick word?
Oh, of course, of course.
Thanks.
Do you mind if Councillor Schumacher sees this?
Sorry to interrupt. I've only got a minute. I just wondered if you'd spoken to Mrs. Hennessy yet about the childcare staff.
Yeah, she's overseas, apparently. Councillor Karen Schumacher, Justin Tyre. G'day. Look at this, Karen. Proposed alterations to the bowling club. Karen's an architect, Justin.
Yes, so I've heard.
And what stage is this at?
Oh, very preliminary, nothing nailed down as yet.
So it could look like this or
What?
could be completely different.
No, it'll look like that.
Oh, he's not, is he?
Mayor Dunkley's orders.
Oh, he knows I'm here, does he?
Yes. He'd like to know if you want a cup of tea.
I have my own, thanks very much.
Mayor Dunkley also would like to know, are you going to be here long?
As long as it takes.
Thanks.
Sorry?
I voted for you. Thought you might be better than those other deadheads. Might actually make a difference.
I hope I can.
I was going to try and put Brad into childcare next year, but I won't be now.
Why not?
Get real, like you privatised it. You can't tell me the fees aren't going up.
Well, they won't.
Always do.
Well, I've been given assurances that they won't.
Yeah, so what's all this?
Some proposed changes to the bowling club expansion.
Oh, what's some bunch of rich bricks, is it? Lots of big cars and that. Like wacky-doo. You know, one nice thing around here is the park, and now you lot are going to screw it. Yeah, well, thanks.
Hello?
Mr. Schumacher, can't come in.
Sorry, why not?
Not a member. Ladies Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I see.
Bowling club, not no basket weaving and ikebana here, girl.
Really? Thought that was exactly what you do here all the time. Now I am here.
You can go. This thing's gonna get through, irregardless of whether you...
Yeah, I see. It's what the club wants, apparently. But what about the local residents?
Bugger 'em.
I see.
None of their. They can mind their own.
Thank you, Harry.
Oi, ladies, man, back to you.
I thought you might like to see this, club constitution. Seeing as how you seem to be taking an interest in the place.
Right. Thanks.
Ken.
Ken. Thanks, Ken. Noise, traffic, parking problems, clowns, pictures...
You're exaggerating.
OK, maybe they'll fix up the parking problems. Would you like to be living opposite the new club?
Look, this is about democracy, Cara. And we've got to do what's best for the whole community, not for just a small sectional interest group.
Oh, and the bowlers aren't just a small sectional interest group.
Do you realise the pressure on council, on me, to spend money on that club?
Pressure from Harry Bond.
I know people say bowls is dead.
Yeah, and that clubhouse looks like it's where it died, but this isn't about bowls.
Well, it is as far as Harry and his mates are concerned. Bowls is a mates thing, and Harry's still got a few mates in the upper ranks of the Labor Party.
And they've been leaning on you?
Oh, the odd phone call, yeah. But it's not about that. The bowling club is Harry's world, and it's time he had a win in it. This is something where everyone gets what they want at no cost to council. That's why everyone's for it.
Everyone on council?
Well, OK, but I mean, you don't stand in the way of something with support from both sides. Yes, Carl. It's politics. Because if you agree on the one small thing, they'll come in behind you on the next big thing.
You hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a certain amount of fingers crossed there, but that's politics too. OK, there'll be a little bit of local opposition.
There certainly will.
There always is to everything. Right, point taken, you've got your doubts. But you're going to be one lonely voice on this one. Sorry.
OK.
And it's all because you don't like the design.
Nothing to do with the design. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone else seems to think it's a good idea.
But you don't?
I can see it's good for the bowlers, I can see it's good for the business club, but I don't know what the people living in the area will think.
They'll hate it.
Yeah, I've had a bit of that feedback.
I don't think many people know what's planned for this site, do they? You know, any councillor can call a site meeting.
Should I talk to Cole about this?
Well, I thought you were an independent.
So, Karen, your first site meeting. Yes, Biddy?
Well, you'll find them a very interesting event. Sometimes they can turn around and bite you.
Well, I'll be very careful then. Mr. Sire, should we get started on this?
Betty, can we get a picture? How about you with Councillor Bond?
Councillor Bond? Barry, could we get 2 pictures?
We were told bipartisan support for this development.
OK, Mr. Thayer, according to the site plan, we'd lose this green for extra parking space.
Yeah, had to. Had to allow for at least 30 patrons' vehicles, plus staff and delivery services.
At least 30, and you'd extend the existing building here and here for the indoor pool and spa.
Look, councillor, we can go out or we can go up. We don't want to spoil anyone's view, yeah?
The extra facilities could give you a waste disposal problem?
Yeah. We've looked at that problem. What we're going to do is dig up the old sewer line and then reconnect.
And the old sewer line runs?
Through there, through the park.
Why weren't you there?
Well, Karen didn't actually tell me she was doing this, but it's backfired on her. I mean, look at this. She hardly gets a mention. It's all Biddy and Harry.
Yes, but look at this. Despite unity in council, there was a vocal group of local residents opposed to the scheme.
Look at this. Unity in council.
I hope you're all sure about what you're doing here.
That's what I've been trying to tell him.
There's a big difference between a small non-profit club and a big commercial enterprise, especially on land zoned open space passive recreation.
Yes, except you'd hardly call the Businessman's Club a big commercial enterprise.
But doesn't that tell you something?
I think you need someone to look into this very carefully before we get our fingers badly burnt by something that smells.
No, I don't want you wasting your time on this, Greg.
Oh, I'll make time. You leave it with me, Cole. What is that noise?
Derek, what is going on out there?
All I get is another letter threatening me with legal action if I don't pull down my house because of one wall which is slightly too close to a boundary. I mean, this is bureaucracy gone mad. These people couldn't run a raffle. I found 16 15 others with the same problem. And are they asking them to pull their houses down? No. It's just me they're picking on. I'm being picked on. I'm being victimised.
Mike.
Oh, hello. Is there someone actually talking to me?
Mike.
It's the famous mayor of Arcadia Waters.
Now, listen, Mike.
He's been very friendly. He's calling me Mike.
Mr. Lemoynian.
Oh, now it's Mr. Lemoynian, is it?
Mate, it's not doing any good.
It's Can-Do Cole Dunkley, who so far has done nothing for me. Hands off the equipment.
Put it down.
Has he done anything for you? Has Can-Do Cole Dunkley ever done anything for anyone?
I don't know what to do with him, Derek.
Don't waste your time, Cole. Let the police handle this.
Derek?
And does nothing.
On second thoughts, Derek, well done.
I'm just packing, just moving some stuff for the council, boys. Yeah, busy day.
I don't know, Gordon. Maybe it's just me, but someone stopped me in the street the other day and they said, "Can't you stop that Dunkley?"
Stop him doing what?
Exactly, and I asked them to explain. They were talking about the bowling club.
Oh, God, it's a bowling club, which we are saving.
And what's Cole got to do with it? He's just jumping on the bandwagon.
Of what we know will prove a very popular move.
Anyway, in the middle of her whinging, I said, "Oh, yes, it's all that dreadful Dunkley."
Sorry?
Let them think it's Cole. Let all those whinging greenies and boring nimbies blame Cole, and we'll take the credit from our people.
God pity your political instincts. Spot on.
So I thought, if we could just get together and kick this thing around. Marilyn, a bit of give and take on both sides. Oh, 1 second. Not now, Janice.
I think you better take this.
What, life and death is it, Janice?
It's Mr. Abbott from the TAFE.
Right, better take it. Sorry about this, won't be a sec. Yep, g'day. Hector. Yep, in a meeting actually at the moment, mate. Yeah, they're on your desk. Well, I can't imagine why they're not there. Yep, as soon as I get in. Yep, end of the week at the latest. Yep.
Look, if this is about the rent issue, let's not waste your time or mine. I mean, the contract's really quite clear. Ask Mr. Dominelli.
Yeah, I have looked into this, and I'm advised that we would almost certainly win the court case, but that commercial common sense dictates we renegotiate the rent and avoid litigation.
I thought the idea of privatising childcare was that council would save money.
Well, that was the intention, yes.
Yes, but with the adjustments Mrs. Hennessy is asking for, we wouldn't be saving anything.
That does appear to be the case.
In fact, we'd be losing money.
Well, it's council or me, and I know which I prefer. Barassi Evans Care isn't really a charity.
I never thought it was, OK? But it is a business.
It certainly is.
And as such, you'll want the best possible staff.
Absolutely.
So far, you haven't interviewed any of our staff.
No, and I'll tell you why. Not one of your staff, not one, approached me or contacted our office or even sent in a resume.
Yeah, but they're waiting...
a real little nest of hostile dependents just waiting to be courted.
You said you would
and I thought if
contact...
that's the level of enthusiasm... Well,
you couldn't find a more enthusiastic...
And apparently on top of that, they're members of the union.
Yeah, but trained
that just doesn't give me the freedom I need to...
Do what?
Well, run my business my way, Mrs. Schumacher.
Marilyn, look, let's be reasonable here. When I said before give and take, I didn't mean we give and you take.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yes. Yes, but just how many of our existing staff do you think will be getting...
All positions have been filled.
What I want you to do is get everyone to join the bowling club.
So why didn't you say we could do this before?
Because somebody might have done or said something that tipped them off.
So we're now got about a week.
Less.
Hey, Monty! Over here! Like quick sticks, mate! Me and Monty got talking and I go like, what's this with the bowling club? And he goes like, yeah, it's gonna be another bloody mess. Dog's a bit of a moron, but he's all right. Hey.
Monty Chesley.
Karen Schumacher, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hello, Karen.
Hello, Janice.
Oh, you here to see me? Been to look at the hand? Come and tell me.
Carl, you won't forget that Liz has been looking for you about the checks and that Greg wants to see you and that the childcare farewell has already started.
So put my phone on Do Not Disturb if you wouldn't mind, Janice, just for a couple of minutes.
That's got to be enough chairs, Harry.
Oh, more than enough.
Well, maybe not.
Eh?
Quite a few membership applications over the last few days.
Well, good, eh? Publicity. New club. Good.
Yeah.
coming up roses, fellas. More chairs in.
What's this about a news crew?
Outside, apparently, doing a story on our good friend Mr. Lemoynian.
He doesn't give up, does he?
Actually, Greg thought you might want to talk to them.
Not me.
It is your department.
No, this is a job for a politician. Where's Cole?
In there.
Yeah, with Karen.
Door's locked.
He's not stupid, is he?
Karen? Cole.
There's more trouble with Mike Lemoynian.
Can you handle
No.
it? This is actually really
Please.
urgent. I think the best place for it's in your office. Thanks. Yep.
Oh, let's hope he doesn't lock it again.
Didn't you wonder why they were selling that building? I did. George did. Well, they had to. Going belly up, over 600,000 in the red. Moving in on the bowlers was going to be a nice little free ride.
Yeah, but they're businessmen, aren't they?
A huge mortgage on that building, OK? Wages not paid, supplies and maintenance accounts outstanding, 3/4 of their membership unfinancial. They're just staying afloat on pokies and Liberal Party functions.
Greg, why didn't you tell me any of this before?
Well, it wasn't easy to find out, and I had to be sure, absolutely sure. I mean, you seemed enthusiastic.
If you hadn't been so distracted with Marilyn Hennessy, you would have been on top
spending
of
a bit more time
You would
here
have been
than
on top
spending
of it.
time at TAFE. I mean, you've been locked in here for an hour with Karen.
Give me a look at those figures again.
Look, you have to be careful with this stuff, OK? You can't just turn up at the bowling club and tip a bucket on their shonks, right? I'm sure it's true, but you could get sued. Now, this will need something quick and clever.
A revitalisation of an underutilised facility like this will be good for this club and the bowlers and for the community.
Righto, give him a order!
Everybody knows that this club needs new members.
Not tonight, old boy, apparently.
I don't know what your problem is with you people. I mean, we're all members of the business community. We're all perfectly respectable people.
New memberships at... Oh, it's you, Mr. Mayor.
One of our members puts $2 grand a night through the post.
Oh, so you do money laundering too, do you?
Not all of us are on the dole, sweetheart. Our members work for a living.
Out of order. This isn't a free-for-all, girlie. Members only.
I am a member, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Thayer, could I ask you or any spokesman for the business club how many cars we could expect in the evenings or at lunchtime?
100, maybe more. Nice car.
100.
Yeah, gotta be at least for a financially viable club.
100 cars in our street.
Out your bloody street.
I suppose an attraction of our bowling club is ease of parking. In streets where children play.
Where children play. So
What's your point?
Was
Of course.
parking perhaps a problem at your previous location? Discouraging people from actually joining or even using your club?
We had plenty of members, Mrs. Schumacher. I mean, admittedly, we did have an occasional problem with parking, but, I mean, you've got to take into account the brothel down the street.
So the working girls are moving down here too, huh?
Well, at least they're working.
Other amenities.
Hey, a bit of respect. Bit of respect, you there. Bit of respect. If you're going to make smart come on, blow in, females out. This club, 48 years ago, was a haven for the working man and family. It's up to you, Cole.
Thank you. Look, Harry has asked me to say a few words here tonight. I'm very happy to support him. Now what we have here are members from the bowling club tonight. We've also got some representatives from the business club. Hang on. Don't go seeing these people as the villains, all right? Hey, they are not the enemy. And in fact, when you have a close look, you will see that they've got a lot in common with the bowlers. They both run clubs, which they're very proud of, although both have been a bit half-empty lately.
Not this one.
No, well, that's right. No, look, I think Harry Bondi is to be congratulated. I think Harry's idea of putting two half-empty clubs together and making one full club, I think it's...
Yes,
I can see the attraction as a member myself. I can see how wonderful. They have a big new building with more restaurants, more bars. Lots of people coming here, a wonderful venue for New Year's Eve, Christmas parties, weddings, birthdays, all sorts of things, maybe every night of the week. Although, I'd have to say, to be honest with you, Harry, judging by the mood of this meeting here tonight, you haven't convinced the members. Do you want me to try a bit harder?
I move we put the motion.
Right, I'm very happy to second that. I'll second that.
Meeting closed. Silvertails, basket weavers, I can do what I like.
Harry, I don't think you can close the meeting, mate. They'll only form without you, and there's obviously a quorum here, and you'll be voted out as president.
Put the motion. Put the motion.
The motion is that the Constitution be amended to allow for the merger with the Arcadia Business Club. All those in favour?
And against.
Charles just lost himself a Christmas party.
What do you mean?
Just Dunkley being too clever for his own good.
It's not him, it's her.
Nice save from Dunkley. The man has no principles at all.
The bar's open!
Very short-term thinking there, Karen. Biddy, I prevented an ugly, inappropriate development by people rumoured to be rather unreliable. I saved a park and the surrounding environment from noise and traffic pollution, and I built a very solid, very grateful support base. Underhand populist rabble-rouser. Put it this way, Biddy. I won, you lost. Next.
What are you, Dunkley? Rat. You and lousy shoemaker woman.
Harry, the shoemaker woman got it right. Think yourself lucky it was stopped here and never made it to a vote in council.
Hey? Bipartisan.
No, Harry, it turns out your new mates couldn't run a piss up in a brewery.
Oh, you say. How did you...
Greg and I looked into it. This vote tonight saved your ass. At least you've still got a club. These blokes that are taking you over run you into the ground in 6 months. Hey, now you look shaky. Harry, stop lobbying behind my back.
Lobbying? What?
Yes. Now, Greg, you see what can happen when you nearly take your finger off the community pulse?
Oh, with all due respect, Cole, my finger was never off the pulse. I said this was a bad idea from the beginning.
Yeah, all right.
Now, it seems the business club, now they've sold their building and paid all their debts, have still got a cash reserve of about $400,000.
And?
But now they've got no premises.
Yeah, so?
Did you remember that quote we got on renovating the childcare centre?
What are you up to, Greg?
I think we should offer them a lease on that property.
Why would we do that?
Well, they would have to renovate those premises to our satisfaction before they could occupy it, and they would get a centrally located building with good parking.
Yeah, but we know they're hopeless, don't we? They'll be back in debt in 12 months.
But if they default on any of their payments, council still owns the building, which has been fully renovated and paid for by them.
This is good, Greg. Would they fall for it?
I think they might. I've seen their business plan.
All right, you know how to read a business plan.
Are you having a go at me?
No. No, I'm not actually. Not this time, Greg. You reckon we can get them to throw in the senior cits Christmas party as part of the deal?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I thought the idea of privatising a Christmas party would appeal to you.
Oh, ha.
But hang on. What do we do with Marilyn Hennessy and Childcare Company?
I know they're just going to have to find somewhere else.
Not a tent on a front lawn, I hope.
No, I think we can do a bit better than that. Leave it with me, Cole.
It's what you need, Harry. It's rent, mate. It's income.
Yeah, but when you said... I never imagined... Hey, kids!
It's Biddy. She used to shout abuse at me, and now she just whispers. Thanks for cheering me up.
Cole's made a lot of mistakes. I can't see him being mayor again next year.
Even you've turned against him.
If you would just read your service contracts from the new operator.
Don't try and con us. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, good.
And
Then you
our
see.
fees have gone up.
Don't you touch me. You're on TV, mate.
Okay, unfortunately...
Would you say this is a typical day for the Mayor of Arcadia Waters?
Well, to be honest with you, Garrick, I've had better.
You have read the warnings. You continue to ignore them. You will die.
You're the best mayor we've ever had. Did I get that right?
Yeah, not bad. But only say it if you mean it, Karen.